Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. Today is one of the days that I love. I love talking about goals and planning and sorting and decluttering and schedules and all of that stuff. Traditionally for myself, between Christmas and New Year's is a time that I do a look at that. You call maybe an assessment of what's going to be happening in the next few months. And I do that periodically, but it always felt like between Christmas and New Year's, I didn't have to travel anywhere. And it was a good time to sort of look through things. And so I also did a lot of times in January, I ran an event based on all of that, and that's what we're going to talk about today. But we have a few other things first. One is a reminder that tomorrow, Thursday, we'll kick off the Tulip Pink Butterfly Project. So here, I'm just pop the picture up. This is what we're making. There are kits available. I still think there's some left. They were on sale, so who knows? I didn't check the number, but you can have the pattern. A lot of you have the pattern that you bought years ago. It's the same pattern. You can reboot with that. I have the kit, and I will be adding in other Tulip Pink fabric to it. So this is going to be super fun, and we kick off tomorrow on Thursday. The other thing is I want to show you my progress because I started on the Frosted Pumpkins little lunar, Chinese New Year, the year of the rabbit, and it's just so cute. And so I decided to go with the pink. I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, should I do pink? So I've only got a little bit started, but there's the beginning of the rabbit, just at the bottom of the rabbit. And I'm using one of Bev's needle minders, and I'm using this pink. Oh, what is that? I see a thread. It's back here. I'm using this very light pink. It's not super pale, but it is actually paler than I was thinking. I pulled from threads that I own. So I've got threads to pull off of, and then working threads on the little rings, and this magnetic case is what I'm going to use for this project to put the needles in. So I really want to work on this a lot. The new lunar, that Chinese New Year is in the middle of January, and so I hope by the end of January I'll have this little guy done. I'm hoping he zips along. But I just had to show you. All right, let's do a mail call first. So there were some things that came in, and so I'm going to do that first, and then we're going to dive into the fun stuff. So first, I have from Roxanne in Wisconsin. Look at the beautiful card. Thank you, Roxanne. These are all so lovely. You are all amazing. Beautiful notes that you've written to me. This is from Betty in Virginia. She's here in my state. Isn't that beautiful? Love the snowmen. Just love the snowmen. Okay, this one is from Martha in Pennsylvania. She's got the great cardinal. I haven't seen any cardinals around here lately, but I have one of those suet cakes right outside the window by my desk, and I have had the woodpeckers, the smaller version, and bluebirds. I didn't know the bluebirds were still here. I thought they went somewhere else. But Martha sent me this for my tree. Isn't that gorgeous? Look. I love it. They're called facets. That is really pretty. It's going to be sparkly on the tree. The next one is from Melody, who goes by Alaska Melody in our group. And so you will see Alaska Melody, and she answers a lot of questions for people. If you need help, she points you somewhere. So this is from her, and she sent me these chocolates. Okay, here's the company name before I open it. So they're Aurora chocolates, and you can get them at Hotel Captain Cook. I think that's funny, or at the chocolate company in Alaska. And she said her husband helped pick out the flavors. And so let's just look, because I already peeked. They are beautiful. Look at that. They're like hand painted. I just have to hold this one up. I mean, can you see like the Aurora Borealis in there? Look at that. All of these hand painted. And then these look like maybe yummy, like nuts of some sort, chocolate covered nuts. But look how beautiful. Look at this, the red one. I'm going to have to eat the red one, Melody. Look. Oh, whoops. So yeah, we're looking forward to trying those. They smell divine, just divine. Okay, and the last mail call here was from Gail in Texas. First is like this. Isn't that cute? Look how cute that is. All the little, I like the skates. And then she said she found these things at her local she has a local candy shop. And the name of that place is called Big Top. Big Top? Yeah, I think that's what it is. So she found this has to be the epitome of Gummy Bear. The Shelf and the Elf Gummy Bear. That is crazy. When I lived in Germany, gummies came in all kinds of forms. One of the favorites I had, there was like a pacifier, and then they took a white taffy for like the ring around the pacifier. The pacifier was about this big, and it was on a string. And so we were kids, 10 or whatever. So we would wear this gummy pacifier with the white taffy ring. It's so funny. Yeah, so this just totally reminds me of that. And then she made me a bag with, oh my gosh, look at this. A bag from the Gummy Bears. Just so cute. Do you guys do that? Take bags and make zippy pouches out of them? And then in here are more. The trolls. Tropical llamas. Oh, they're sour and they're tropical llamas. Oh my gosh, they are. Look at the llamas. I can't wait. I can't wait. One of them sure she described. Let me see. Mini food, fast food. You gotta go to specialty stores to get this stuff. And then this one was Fruit Loops. And she said that the gal in the shop said that it does taste like the Fruit Loops cereal. So I am looking forward to trying those. So fun. And I have a local friend who loves gummies. And so I always let her try some too because, you got to share the wealth a little bit. Just got to share it a little bit. I also bought myself this, and I have to show you because it has to do with what we're doing coming up. Well, not the first thing, but Lizzie House, who sent me some things, some stickers recently. At Christmas, she had some things, going on sale or whatever. So I went and picked up a few things. Look how cute this is. I love her artwork. And this is an ornament. So I got that ornament. And then I love her strawberries. And that was one of the things she sent me a while back. Strawberries. And then she had the fall ones with There's the Mushrooms Again. See them? Aren't they cute? And I got some note cards. That doesn't have the faces, but anyway, her shop is closed this week, but I'll link you in the description box and at my website. So if you want to check out Lizzie's things, they're just darling. So darling. Oh, I got the hedgehog. I got the hedgehog tape too. See the tape? It's got the little hedgehogs on it. Ah, so cute. All right, let's get real. Let's get real, my friend. We are going into a new year. I have got the calendar. January calendar for download. Here are all the daily things. A lot of those, the ambassador team has so much fun. We have so much fun when I'm doing the calendar. I give them the link to like all of the holidays and say which ones sound good, which ones can we kind of make quilty by like transferring it to show a quilt that's related to that, that kind of a thing. So we have a good time. And then they give me a lot of ideas. And then on the second page of this are the project list. So I just wanted to talk about a couple of sort of things that we'll be doing that will be fun. So I'm going to go back to when I started the video here, is that organizing, planning, decluttering, all of those kind of things all piled into one is a lot of what I do all the time because I have a small space, because I work with manufacturers and companies. They send me things to use or show, and then, I can't use them all. So I have to, give some to charity or whatever. And that's just how it flows. So I have to keep on top of it. I can't just let it pile up, but it does pile up a little bit at some point, and I have to sort of do a review. In the years past, every few years I would do in January, it was always in January, would do a tidy up month or a declutter month or whatever terminology works for where you are at this point in your life, where your headspace is, where your needs are, as to how much you can take from this and do. And so I was bantering around different ways I can approach this. And so what I've decided on is doing every video day in January, I will talk about either a decluttering an item, talk about this, take a look at this, see if you can, get rid of that, see if you can move or shuffle, or is this in the proper place? There'll be something, there'll be discussion about organizing, tidying up kind of things every day. Some will be a little bit more detailed, some will be less. On what do I have? I forget what it was. Okay, it will have Tackle It Tuesday and Saturday Sweep Up. So Tackle It Tuesdays means every Tuesday in January it will be a little bit more in depth, and Saturday Sweep Up will again be a little bit more in depth, where I might actually on those 8 days take something from my space here and walk you through as I do it, like film it as I'm doing whatever it is that is. I am going to have, I don't have it today, but I will have it by January 2nd, which is next Monday. I might have it before that. I might have it on Saturday, or, so I will do a list. I'm going to do a list that you can use as a checkoff list. I just don't have it yet. So I'll do the checkoff list, and then you will have that so that you can follow along. Because some things will be, let me just give you an example. Maybe you have already gone through your books, okay, your quilt books, and you've decided, yes, I've done that recently in the past year or two. I know what I have, I'm good, they're organized. But some of you might be on the opposite ends of that, where you're like, I haven't looked at my books in so long, I just keep buying them or just store them and I don't know what I have. And so you're like, yeah, I really would like to get some space back off of my shelves for other things. And so books are an important thing for me to look at. And so that'll be kind of the deal. So out of all of it, some things will be things you want to work on, and some will be things you're like, okay, I'm good with that, or I don't have the headspace to do that one now, but you'll watch. And what I want to do is encourage you to get into this and share it at our community page, so that every day, whatever it is, even if, let's say, you did your books and they were totally neat and tidy, share it. We want to see that. We want to see it. We want to see it if it's not, but the whole interactive part of it is what is motivating. If you sit on the sidelines and you don't do anything, nothing gets done. Nothing gets done. You just watch, that's great. But if you really want to get just a little bit more out of things, dive in and participate. Participate, take a picture, participate, do the task, participate. Okay, the other thing is I am going to do notes in a journal. And so journals can be anything. You can buy they're very expensive, fancy journals out there. You can buy one of those. Lori Holt and the Fat Quarter Shop have this journal, which is not real quilt oriented, but it has great spaces for daily. And I am going to sort of jot down daily, or at least every few days, what I'm doing. Now you could just use a notebook like my notebook. It doesn't, or any notebook that you have, although mine's darn cute. You can just make it up as you go, like make a list, whatever floats your boat for this. You don't have to be so fancy. This is another notebook that Suzanne made for me, and this is a lined one. See, mine is like a little grid. This one is a regular composition notebook, and so there you go. You can make a pretty cover. Now this is the other one. Fat Quarter Shop has the real project-oriented ones, which is very specific. This is for projects. So you take a project and keep track of it. So that's kind of another concept. If that's a concept that you want to work on, there you go. This will be really good for you because it is just for that. Because the other thing on a personal level that I'm doing is, you'll see it on the list there, is I am going to be focusing on my personal UFOs during 2023. Because I really, not only do I need to give away a lot more quilts, in 2023, so I can start to loosen up that area. I also need to just mentally do something with the UFOs that I have, because I'm not working on them and they're taking up space. And so we'll talk more about UFOs, but you're going to find a huge emphasis on that. I also have stickers, because I am going to put stickers in my planner, because I think that will make everything more fun. Now, a lot of you have sent me stickers, and this was a gift that I put them in, like a lot of the little sticker packages you sent me. This one came from our ambassador, Laura, the Gummy Bears. But there's all kinds in here of stickers. I have, yeah, there's some big donuts. There's these gorgeous flowers, like, whoops, there's flowers. So I have all kinds of stickers. And then I bought, because this is what happens when you decide to do something, right? I bought these books. There's 2 of them. I didn't know they were big books when I ordered them. I thought, there's 2. I thought they were like smaller sticker books. I had no idea that they were huge like this. And they're very vintagey, very vintagey. So what I'm thinking is, like, each month, oh, like, see, look at the rabbits. Look in the hearts, like for Valentine's, for February. So I am going, so I'm going to use this one, and I am going to be, what am I got? Fuzzes on there. Stop it. So I'm going to use this one and do stickers, because I think that will be fun. I don't know. We'll see. We will see if that really ends up fun, but I think it will. I think it will. And a few people have asked me, about wall calendars, and wall calendars are something I don't really use, except I use a very small one that I put up there so I can just glance up and see the month in days. It just is something I need to see visually rather than looking at on the computer, because I'm doing something I need to say, well, what day is Thursday? That kind of a thing. So I generally buy these small ones. I only need one. This was this year's, and it was Parisian. It's always, these are not, they don't have as many options for pictures in these small ones, but I generally go with European type city things or Caribbean stuff. And so for 2023, it's Caribbean. So like pink flamingo. I've got to put a pink flamingo, making that pink flamingo this year. I have to. After the horse quilt. The horse quilt comes next. All right, I have a couple Q&A. Let me just do those really, really quick. First is from Vicky. Vicky says, can you tell me the last book that I wrote? There it is. Holiday Hoopla. This is the last book that I wrote. Nancy wanted to know, how do I come up with the word of the year? Well, that's a very, very interesting question. When I do the word of the year later next week, when I have that on the calendar, I'll talk a little bit about how I come up with words. And it's not scientific at all. Dan asked on YouTube here, do I have a video on how to pack a quilt and backing to ship to a long armor? No, I have how to tape your box and label it and everything else. So I'll have a link to that. Packing it, you just fold it and put it in a plastic bag and tie the plastic bag shut really good, because if your box gets wet for some reason, you do not want that to run into your quilt, because you never know what it could be wet from. I had a package once that got wet from a lava lamp that broke in somebody else's package and seeped through their box into my box onto my quilt, because the person shipping it back to me did not put it in plastic. So you basically just fold it to fit the size of your box and put it in plastic, and put address labels in there. Address label inside the plastic, address label taped to the plastic. It's just so that there's something that identifies it if the box gets ripped open and it's outside of the box and they no longer have an address from the box. Okay, there we go. All right, my friend, I'm just tickled to death by this. This is just the cutest thing ever. Cutest thing ever. I don't know. I just love it. Okay, I'm working on that too, but we'll talk about that another day. So what you're going to do is download your calendar and then pick up some sort of place to use for documenting what you want to document. Whether you want to do it like me, whether you want to just do projects. However, you just want to take random notes during the year and sort of keep it all in one spot, then my notebook would be perfect for that too. So get one of those. Be ready. You can get it anywhere. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.